Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 96 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Last episode, we were playing with this whole shenanigans thing. This episode, we're going to continue playing with the shenanigans thing and try and get it hooked up to our refined storage network. So from refined storage, let's make this really easy on ourselves and get a network transmitter and receiver. So there's a receiver, there's a transmitter, and there's a network card cooking. That should be cool. So in theory, what we're going to want to do is probably have at least one or two builders and scanners in addition to this one. Because we'll probably, let's say we're going to do, so we're already doing compact machine walls and tunnels, right? Let's do in addition to this, the highest or the largest, there's no reason not to do this, right? The largest room that we can fit in a 3x3. And then the other guy will do a maximum, right? Which is a 5x5, if we can. And that should be cool. And that should work. And it should be good. But we'll find out. I think I'm right about this, though. And it should be just fine. So let's do it. So in order to do this, we're going to need one more scanner and builder. So let's get another scanner. I think I already made a bunch of those, actually. So we should be good here. And one more builder. And what I'd like to do by the end of this episode, have this fully automated, right? And I think that would be awesome. And let's make sure that there is enough bricks. How are we for bricks? Yeah, we could probably use more bricks. Cool. So we're going to do another scanner here, right? So let's turn you guys off for a minute and get ready to scan this area, right? So this guy, in order to make a compact machine that we want to make, which is the normal size one, right? That's the best. It gives me a 7x7 room. The next tier up, large, needs a 5x5 area. So this is a block of gold and 26 compact machine walls. That shouldn't be a problem. So gold plus 26 compact machine walls, right? So basically it's a 3x3 with a block of gold in the middle. Because if it was a full 3x3, it would be 27 blocks. So this is 3x3x3. So we're going to want to get two new shape cards. And are you? No? Oh, yeah, you probably need that. Okay, so you're scanner ID 3. We're going to want a new shape card. Times 2. 1, 2. You are going to be specified as 3x3x3, which is just, 3x3 cube. And then your offset will again be in the negative x at -4 block spaces. So if we stick that dude in here and scan him, what we should wind up with is definitely not that. Do what now? Can you scan him again? Because that's not at all right, I don't believe. Oh, wait, it's probably kind of right. Sort of right? Maybe a little bit right. We should probably have him up on the Y. I forgot about the Y up, dude. Right? So you should be 1 up. Now scan? Oh, right. And scan. Why do I feel like you're totally not right here? Something ain't right with you, because you should be picking this up. Am I in the wrong direction? That should be -x. Haha, well, hold on a sec. Wait, let's do this. That's right. I've been I've been typically, with this UI, it's a little bit different with the offset. I've been putting you, that is -x, that is west, right? Yeah, so let's do west. And up 1, and now scan. That's correct. That's what I would expect to see. I don't know why the offset, when you manually program it, doesn't seem to want to behave. But I've been doing offset as 0 and then putting into the UI here where the offset should be. That seems pretty cool. So then we can put this guy in here, and now we have a shape card with scan ID 3. So we don't need our scanner anymore, right? There's scanner ID 3. Let's get our builder placed. He can chill here with a chest on top of him, and probably a lever on the back that we'll take care of in a minute, and probably some laser pew-pewing going on here. So you should be filling up his internal buffer. Sweet. All right. So you're going to go here. But your offset will, again, probably be about 7. So let's clear this out. And I want to be able to visualize it with what I want. And this guy's going to need an ender pearl dropped onto him, but we'll deal with that in a sec. Perfect. So you are going to be probably around -7 on the X. And 1 here. And you can see that in the card, it's like a perfect cube. That's cool. So if I put you in and I preview mode you, you're pretty good. I just want you that direction, which is -Z. 2 blocks, probably? Which makes sense, because, yeah, you should absolutely be 2 blocks in -Z. Preview mode off. Preview mode on. Yeah, because he's not here, he's 2 to the left. So we need the projection to be shifted 2 to the right. So that should be cool. And there is a block that you recognized. Well, hopefully. Let's see what happens. So we're going to test this by having you need redstone signal on. And I'll turn off preview mode. And we'll put one of these in here. And it doesn't matter. So build. That actually should be working, right? There we go. That's right. I have to hit that button. So did you place the gold block? You totally did. Perfect. That's what I wanted to make sure, is that it places the gold block. Cool. So that looks like a perfect placement thing, right? And then we just need to drop an ender pearl and we're good. So now that we've got the 3 of these blocks all set up to go, and what I'm going to do is put him on loop mode and give him a redstone signal, just so he's set up like the other 2. So redstone signal, and you're in that mode, right? Oh, right. Keep running and don't wait, right? So now they're all set up to keep running, and you can see it constantly trying to go there, and it's waiting for blocks, basically. Let's get this and this going. Ignored. And you're going to be allowed an ender pearl, basically, because that's what's needed to drop. So you're allowed 1 ender pearl, and that's cool. All right, so now with all this set up, let's do a thing with refined storage. So refined storage, the network stuff should be ready. We can put our receiver in here. So we're going to basically, I'm going to put you over here because you're going to be linked up to some other things anyway. Let's get a crafter going and some cables. And you're going to craft her into a chest. And you're definitely going to be blocking mode crafts, okay? And then what we want to do is set up our network dues. So let's get our network card. So you're going to be linked to that, and I should be able to go put my network transmitter up here. And put you in it so that this guy's online now. Right? Beautiful. You're online, so that's cool. Now let's program our recipes. Right? You're going to be in processing mode, but you're also going to be in blocking mode. This is important, because if we don't have it in blocking mode, it's totally not going to work right. And what we're going to want is compact machines, and I might be able to click this through JEI. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. That's perfect, actually. Yes. So 9 pieces of redstone plus a compact wall plus a hopper equals 2 tunnels. Beautiful. I love it. All right, cool. And then for this, we want to do that and that. And then finally for this guy, that's the top tier 3x3. We want that. Perfect. So this should actually be... This part's the easy part. The tricky part's coming up. So you 3 are going to go in here. And this might need to be a double chest. I don't know. It probably doesn't have to be a double chest. It probably doesn't have to be. Might look nicer if it is. So here's what I'm going to do. I want more item ducts. So you make those. And I'm also going to want some detectors. Cool. And this might be a little dire wiry. But here's the deal. I don't want these guys to accidentally send the wrong items to the wrong location. And that could happen, right? Like, he's over here, he's looking for compact machine walls. He might accidentally put the compact machine walls in this chest, which is supposed to get the compact machine walls for the other thing, right? So, like, if we wanted to make tunnels, we need 1 compact machine wall. But if we want the other machine, we want compact. We want 26 of them, right? I don't want accidentally compact machine walls to go into the wrong chest. So what I'm going to have is 3 separate lines, and we're going to detect when we're crafting a specific item. And in the event that we're crafting an item, we're going to turn on the servo to extract to those lines. That's what we're going to do. And it should work out all right. It's not ideally scalable, but it should kind of work. So if I do that, oh, you were supposed to be you. You're always on my 4 slot, but you know, things happen. And then we had that. And then we had, it could come out the side here, but I think I'll do on the bottom just to be a little bit, not have to worry too much about the whole connections thing. Like that. That should be cool, right? Very dire wiry, but it should work, right? So then we're going to have 3 servos, 1, 2, 3, set to run with a redstone signal of high. Cool. Now this is where the detectors that I just told to craft come in. The detectors, I believe, can hopefully emit a redstone signal above themselves, but we'll find out. When the item is being auto-crafted. Cool? How cool is that? So not only specifying the amount, but when it's being crafted. So if I say, hey, like this guy is going over to here, which is the guy that makes compact machine walls, right? So I'll put into this slot here, when you're trying to make compact machine walls, you emit a redstone signal. Cool? So just to demonstrate this, this actually might just immediately work. You totally need a cable to connect you. But if I'm right about this, it should work, right? So you should be cool. Let's see if I'm right. So if I told you to craft missing iron block, I'll teach that recipe in a minute. Start. You're emitting a redstone signal now, and look. The items are going, right? What's going to happen is the items are going to land in that chest. He placed the items, and then the 1 piece of redstone should filter up to there. Super duper should. Did I get it in my inventory? I'd have to look back. Because this isn't on, so that's probably part of the problem. Let's try that again. I'm going to go cancel that craft. Oh, and while I'm here, let's do something to deal with collecting of the items. For now, it's just going to be an interface with a stack upgrade on it. And that's probably what it'll always be, but then I can complete crafts while I'm down here, right? So let's turn you back on. So you're not any kind of filter, right? So let's just test this without the servo being there real quick. I want to make sure the right number of items go in and everything. So compact machine wall. Start. That should immediately put the appropriate amount of items in here, right? So then we put the servo on, which will, again, be in only active on redstone mode. Should extract those 3 items. Now, because we're in blocking mode, he's not going to let more things in, right? Watch what happens here. Oh, I see what's happening. Ooh. Ooh. You're a problem. I figured out what happened. Ooh, okay, cool. Gotcha. Understood. Right. I just figured out an issue with the builder. It's placing the redstone before it places the iron, and I think it's voiding the redstone. I have a hunch, and this might fix it. By the way, if I do this, that should complete the craft, and we're no longer in crafting mode, and that should turn off the redstone signal. Cool. All right, let's do that for a sec. Let's go up here and change this. I'm hoping that I'm right about this working the way I think it is. It's a workaround to what probably shouldn't be happening. So you guys, what I'm actually going to do is put the iron first. And the redstone second. And I'm hoping that will put the iron into the chest first, which will cause it to pull out of the chest first. And hopefully I'm right about that. So if I now say, hey, compact machine, craft. Yes, iron went into the chest first. See how it did that? If you go back in the video, you'll see that last time I requested this, it was redstone, iron, redstone. So it puts it into the chest in the same format that it's in the crafting grid, which is kind of cool. So now, when I put this filter back on, it should extract left to right, and it should pull out iron first, and then the redstone blocks. And then what we should see happening is it should place the redstone block first, the iron next, and that's perfect. That's what I'd want to see. Oh, of course, like, you're already in place, because you're a derp, but... Dire, please. I forgot to do the thing. I forgot to remove those, but let's just try that again. So that should complete your craft. And then you're going to be compact machines. Make another one, please. And same thing, right? We should see iron going first and redstone going second. And then what we should see is iron being placed and redstone being placed. And then redstone going up to drop. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Loving it. Okay, cool. And then we just need something underneath to grab that item when it falls. Not a big deal. We've done that a million times. That's like something we'll do in a minute, right? So then the next craft will be for... technically, you could probably just sit right here. And you could be... When auto-crafting... Now, this one goes to the thing that makes... this one was... This one was 3x2x3. This is the one that makes these guys, right? So then if I request a craft... That shouldn't be a problem because the redstone always goes on the ground here. So we should never have redstone in a bad place there. So if I request from compact machines a tunnel... Oh, you're in blocking mode, right? Because the complete didn't happen, right? So once I put you here, you should get your items. Perfect. Oh, hey, why are you... Why did you just do that? I might have derped up a thing or two. What did you just do? Did I derp up a recipe somewhere? Oh, you're making compact machine walls. Oh. I would have expected you to have activated the redstone signal for the prerequisite. Kind of a problem. Kind of a problem. So... compact machines, what's happening is it's saying, hey, I don't have any tunnels, I'm going to make compact machine walls. And when it goes to do that, right. So let's do this. Let's actually filter you on redstone and iron's allowed to come out of you, right? You are allowed to extract compact machine walls, redstone, and hoppers. Right? And then you are going to wind up being you, and you. Cool. All right, so let's try this again out of curiosity, because I'm surprised that when I say to craft tunnels, it turns on that signal, right? So let's do this. If I have to lose stuff or whatever, it's fine, right? So tunnel... to craft one compact machine wall, and then once it gets it, it'll make... So it's going to use the iron and the redstone. But interestingly, you're turning on your light, but you're not. So the iron block went in there. Why did you... Oh, you... Yeah, okay. That needs to be on whitelist mode, as does this, as a matter of fact. right? So you would go back in here. That's annoying, because you should be detecting that you're doing that, but you're not. Because you are, in fact, auto-crafting a compact machine wall right now. You know that, right? Erg. That throws a monkey wrench into my plans. Because I want this to work in this format, so let me figure that out. All right. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. We're going to scan the slot in item number 0. And we're going to detect what it is, and we're going to emit a redstone signal based on it. So basically, if a block of iron is in there, we know that we're crafting the compact machines, because it's the only one of these 3 recipes that needs a block of iron. If a block of gold is in there, then we know that we're crafting the machine room, right? And if a hopper is in there, we know that we're making tunnels, because it's the only thing that needs a hopper, right? So we could do that. That should be doable. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a variable card for what's in slot. And let's also throw down our variable store. You can chill back here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these guys don't need power because they get... it should be the case that it needs power, but a couple people told me the config is set that it doesn't need power, so, like, whatever. Like, we'll just do it without power. It's fine. So we'll get the slot. So you can choose what slot ID. We're going to go with slot ID 0. It's the first slot. Right? But if you want to check another slot, you could, but we're going to check what's in slot ID 0, right? So if we put this into display, just to like prove out that this works, one of you display panels needs this. Well, we had some of these, to be honest with you, but maybe not. If we put this in here, we should see it's currently blank, but if I put my block of iron in there, boom, it knows it's a block of iron. If I put compact machine walls in there, boom, it knows it's compact machine walls, right? Cool. So what we're going to do is just check for what's in that slot, right? We're going to get the item type back. Then we use our variable doohickey, which might be in here. I forget where my variable doohickey is. It might not be. It might be... Did I grab it already? Am I not seeing it? At Dynamics, Portable Logic Programmer. That's what I need. Okay. So we're going to get type item, and we're going to put that in there, and we're going to get that. Right? So then we're going to say if they're equal. Right? So where's my equals? Any to any. Right? So we're going to say... if the item in the slot is equal to a block of iron, then emit a redstone signal. Cool. I'm going to put that in there and that in there. And then the redstone signal for the iron crafting bit is here. This is the one that's... No, it's here. This is the one that gets it. So this guy emits a redstone signal based on that, right? So watch what happens. Regardless of whether I'm crafting this or not, like let's say I just put these 2 in here, right? Technically it would go into, that's going to be tricky actually, because it might update right away and turn off the redstone signal. Oh, that's annoying. So I'm going to have to delay that a little bit and keep it on for a sec. We're going to need like a delayer or something. Isn't that what it's called? A delayer? Dynamics has a proxy materializer. No, it's definitely a delayer or something like that. Delayer. Expose the history of a variable as an aspect. Clear in a crafting grid. So let's do... Pretty sure I could use this to make this work. Pretty sure. Not 100% sure, but pretty sure. Oh, come on. Are we, like, out of all the crystallized stuff right when I want to use it? Should have a bunch in here, to be fair. Okay. So, delayer. Let's try that again. Needs one of these. And that. So variable card, We'll go in here, I think. Ticks per operation. We'll make it 5 ticks with a capacity of 5. So that should last for about a second. Well, if we made it 4 ticks per operation with a capacity of 5, right, that would be 20 ticks total lifespan, right? So what'll happen is it'll remember what's in there for 20 ticks. So let's make it 40 ticks, which is 2 seconds, right? And if I did this, right? So probably don't want to do this here. I probably want to do this one be the memory. Cool. Now I forget if this has to stay in there or not. That's the one I forget, but we're gonna see. Format error. Delay with %ID is expected to... Okay, cool. Do you have to be in here? All right, you definitely don't like being that. All right, I know what's up. This is a list, so I need to do a contains on that list. So what we're gonna wanna do is grab you. I think contains is a thing. String contains. List contains. So I want you to be, so let's get a Boolean true. This should work. So you're a Boolean true. And then we're going to say, if this list contains true, then output true at any point. So this should pretty much work, right? I hope. Let's see. That seems to be happy, right? So watch what happens when I put this in here. See, it's on for a few seconds and then it turns off. Perfect! That's what I expected it to do. All right, that's a little complicated. I get that that's a little complicated. I'm going to break you before you actually like craft anything. But basically what I did is I said, hey, track the variable of the reader here, right? The compared by. And like over time, what's happening is it's every 8 ticks, it checks and it keeps a history of the last 5. So it's like false, 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 true. Oh, there's a piece of iron in there. And it remembers about that iron for 5 iterations of 8 ticks. And then we checked the list to see if there's any trues inside that list. And if there are, then we output true. That's kind of what we did. Now to do that for the rest of them. So remember, we're already checking the variable slot item, so we don't have to make another one of these. We already have this. So now we just have to get an item of type gold and write that to this dude. And then we can get our equals and say if that variable slot equals gold, then do the thing, right? Now hopefully you don't have to stay in there. We're gonna find out in a sec, right? But you and you, that's my variable card block of gold. That's my variable card equals block of gold, right? If I take you out, do you keep working? I guess you don't. If I put you in, true, 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 true. Yeah, okay, so we need more delayers, basically. We need a delayer for each of these. Right, so let's get more delayers. So 2 more of these should work, right? So you're going to be the delayer for the gold one, right? So you're going to be false, 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 false. You're also going to be set to 8 ticks of capacity 5, just like this is. and then we're going to throw this dude in here, and now we have a capture of whether or not this has gold in it, right? So like, note that when I put a piece of gold in here, you're going to be all of a sudden switched over to true, 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 true. And then we take him out, and then he's going to switch over to false, 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 false. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. All right, cool. And that's the list here. So then we do a contains on that list. Oh, and we can also grab our true variable, our always true Boolean, right? So we're going to say contains, list contains. So this list contains the variable true, output true. Cool. These two go into the variable store, and this one goes to the guy that does blocks of gold. So that is this one. Cool. So that now when I throw a block of gold in there, he should output a block of gold for a few seconds. Cool? How cool is that? It's working. All right, neat. And because we're in blocking mode, we should be fine here, right? So then the last one would be a hopper, right? So let's borrow our true Boolean. You can probably go away for a sec. You're in a spot that I want anyway. And let's borrow our variable card for the slots. And we're going to get an item hopper variable. And then what we're going to say is if the item in the slot equals a hopper, right, output this variable. Cool. Slot hopper. Variable goes in here, false, 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 false. We're going to bump that up to 8 and 5. And then we're going to throw a variable card in there for that list. Cool. And then we're going to do the contains. If that list at any point contains the true, then go ahead and output a true. Cool. And then you guys go in here, and that would have to be this guy. So he's false, right? So now if there's a hopper in here at any point, he should turn on for a few seconds and then turn off. Sweet. And the hopper gets placed. So that should, as complex as that is, and as dire-wiry as that is, should work. Is there a more efficient or easier way to do this? Maybe, but I had fun building this. I'm not going to lie, this was a blast. So let's put away all these things. I don't need you guys at all anymore, right? So let's test the crafting, right? So watch what happens when I request from compact machines. This should chain and work, right? Because if I say I want a tunnel, it should make a machine wall first and then go to make the tunnel. Watch. Boom. It detects that we have an iron block in there, so it extracts the items. The items get placed in the thing. One redstone goes up top, I hope. Yes. Probably helps to have this thing on. Let's let you go again. Pretend that lever was on already, okay, guys? You go. And we're going to get our items. As soon as those 16 items are received by the item interface, he should complete his craft. Oh, right, I have to put the hopper in the first slot. And I should probably make the delay on the hopper one a little bit longer. That was this one, right? So by making the delay a little bit longer, we should be cool. So I just have to change the craft recipe to make sure the hopper goes in the first slot, which shouldn't be a problem. Right? So you can go here. Your delay's longer now, I think. Or was this the delay one? This was the delay one, wasn't it? It doesn't matter, they can be longer. Let's try that again with the proper delay one this time. There we go. See, the delay's longer, so it keeps the redstone on longer. Cool, right? Nice! And then you're going to simulate receiving your tunnels, and that's going to complete the craft. Beautiful. I like it. So that should be working. I just need to tweak the recipes so that the first thing shown for a compact machine is the first item that we're keying off of, right? So for you, we want to put you here, but we want to have a hopper first. Also, I probably should have done that. And then 9 redstone. Here. And that'll be your thing. And then for the compact room, we want to make sure that it's gold first. So let's get 26 of you here. And 1 block of gold here. And we'll go replace these guys down here. And this should work. I'm going to test with the compact machine room, and then I'm going to say that we should be cool, right? So let's take you out and put you in, and let's take you out and put you in, right? So let's do the whole gambit one more time, just to be safe. Does that sound cool? So we're going to remove all compact machine items from here. First, we're going to craft a tunnel. You need to craft a compact machine wall, so go. It's going to pull out the items for a compact machine wall. I don't have the item collection process in place yet, but we'll like knock that out early next episode. Does that sound cool? So imagine that this got collected and dropped into the interface, right? Now that kicks on, and we have a hopper, a compact machine wall, and the redstone going into the right location. Cool. I like it. And now let's pretend we want, we'll let this complete. And now we're going to pretend that we want a compact machine itself. So that completes the craft, which means we're no longer in blocking mode, right? And compact machine, normal, start. Ah, hold on, you need to extract. Yeah, not redstone, ender pearls. So let's just assume that would have worked. That's going to go up there, and this should work. Oh, it's working. Nice. All right, Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. We'll complete the automation of the collection thing, and maybe we'll do a similar build for the 5x5 sizer. Does that sound cool? All right, for now, you know the deal. Take it easy.